There we go. So some of that skin layer just came away. Let's see if we can get the wax layer, wax plug out. Oh, it's starting to go. There we are. Oh, nice chunky bit of wax, that one. Oh, my goodness me, there's still more in there as well. So really a Cheetos today, sorry guys. But it's coming away. Let's hope this comes away nicely. Yeah, good grip. Oh, and there we go, look at that. So we can see the eardrum beyond, a little bit of sort of tidying up. I've got this very kind of thick, hard layer on this left-hand side that's come away nicely. And right-hand side, it's very dry skin there. Just try and peel some of this away. There we go, looking a lot better. And there we are, eardrum looking good. Very kind of similar on this side in consistency, I would say. The actual amount of wax is not quite as much on that side. So a good grip there with the suction. Start to wiggle this away. There we are, out that comes. It's going in now with a right curette. Let's see if we can get over the top of this next section. Oh, it's almost there. Oh, look at that. Nice little round plug on that one.